South Africans, we are going to try as much as possible to let bygones be bygones. But let me
Yeah.
tell you one thing. Until the end of this tournament, whoever you're going to play against, we are going to support that team. Welcome to the maiden edition of Cultural Trends. And I am Gerard alongside
Annabelle.
And today we are bringing you the hottest gossip in town.
The biggest trends and the viral conversations from the past week.
Let's dive into the stories.
So many things have been going on this past week, from the missing students issues in UCC campus,
Okay.
from us hearing about this Ghanaian citizen that was arrested in Morocco, to some prophecy surrounding the World Cup and all the other controversies.
So talking about the football news, you all know the story surrounding our assistant Black Stars captain, that is Thomas Partey, who has been refused entry into Canada. We are going to bring you stories all from that situation and also stories from South Africa. What is happening in South Africa? We are going to bring you stories over there. What is happening to South Africa in the FIFA World Cup? We are also going to bring you stories over there. So what is happening in Ghana?
Okay, so for the past week, we've been hearing stories about missing students in UCC campus, with a trending story about a student that was washed up on the shores of their beach with missing body parts. And that has gone viral, with everybody talking about it. We've had ministers, MPs weighing in and all of that. And it has become a normal occurrence. And we want to, dive into it a little bit, just so that you get to know about what is going on in our schools, in our homes, and all of that. And also about the fact that we need to be safe wherever we find ourselves. So that's our first story.
Okay, so that's our first story. So, but what actually happened to that student? I mean, where was she? Where was she going? What is the whole story about?
Okay, so according to what we've gathered, she's been missing for quite some time now.
Okay.
And the last time that she was seen with an older person on campus. When she went missing, according to sources, her roommate had been putting up, posters, signages, and everything talking about her disappearance, with university authorities also trying their best to weigh in.
Hold on. From what you were saying something about going out with a grown-up person. So, I mean, that is the thing about Gen Zs I don't understand. It's okay, Gen Zs is a radio. Gen Zs have no fear.
Allegedly, please, we do not know if it is true or not, but allegedly, she was seen with an older person. We don't even know the gender of this person, so we can't really talk much about it. Yeah.
Okay, so for me, we can take it from these three angles. It could be an older person, just as you said.
Yeah.
It could be one of those hot boys on campus, these fraud boys on campus.
Well.
Or three, as you said, the body was actually found at the shores of the beach. Then probably she went swimming. It could be. Because I think from the news that I read, there is no concrete information
yes,
as at what happened to this student. Just that a body has been found along the shores of the beach.
Yeah.
At Cape
Well, it has been identified that she's a missing person.
Okay.
Yeah, and then there are some body parts that have gone missing, but university authorities are asking us to desist from speaking much about it. So we'll just have to, cover up on what has been brought out so far. So this is what we have to tell you about that. But it seems like it has become a bit of a normal occurrence, because this is about like the third issue happening this year on UCC campus alone.
UCC alone, 3 times.
UCC campus alone,
UCC I mean, back in the day, we all knew UCC to be one of the best university when it comes to academics. This is all about Yesuadi. But why is it now happening that they are getting missing, chasing money, these Gen Zs of today?
You can't blame us. We have to hustle. We have to get the dough. Living on campus is not easy. It's expensive, so you really can't blame us. But the only thing I would say is we have to be safe out there.
Yeah, guys.
Because it could be that someone has been knocked down and hasn't been found.
Yeah.
It could be that the person just decided to just go somewhere to clear the head or something like that. So we just have to be safe out there. That's what we have to do.
So guys, just like my my beautiful Annabelle said, you just have to be safe out there, please, Gen Zs. Charlie, won't shred they can cry. Hey, I said this time around, Gen Zs won't shred you. You are going in for the things that back in the day we were not actually doing. You man can able soon. One as I won't worry yet. We beg you guys, just stay safe out there. So Annabelle, what story again do we have from the past week?
Okay, so there's been an arrest made in Morocco involving a Ghanaian citizen alleged that he's been involved in international fraud and money laundering. So he was picked up by the police at the airport. That is the story we have concerning one of our very own that has been arrested. And it seems like in the past 1 year or 2 years, this has become very rampant in our country. We've heard of issues where citizens have been picked up and have been extradited. We know of the Abutrika story and all of that. But this is a new one. This particular arrest was made in Morocco. And so that is one trending topic we have for you as well.
So a Ghanaian citizen has been arrested in Morocco. Was the name mentioned? Is it an
Um
alleged case
Yes,
or
it's
is
an
it
alleged case, but he has been arrested. As for
okay?
the arrest, it has been known that he has been arrested. But as to why, well, we for now we just can allege that it's involving international fraud and money laundering.
This fraud issues, yeah, so see, this fraud issues, let me say this. For me, what I think about this issue is that, I mean, the first trending story that actually happened when it comes to fraud issue, I mean, one of the biggest story we had in Ghana actually had to do with this girl, this Ghanaian musician called African
Hajia
girl,
for real.
Hajia for real.
Yeah.
So after the arrest of Hajia for real, and she was released, you know what I said? I always told myself that she actually went to serve like a year sentence. I think it was a house arrest,
Yeah.
1 year, and she just came home. And I told friends around, I told my friends, I told my family, this girl is actually going to snitch on niggas.
So you think she's the one snitching?
So to me, I think she's the one snitching because after she was actually brought home, arrest upon arrest, arrest upon arrest.
Okay.
We have there was arrest of Lancaster, arrangement, the Kofi
Kofi
Boat,
Bo's Dada Joe.
Dada Joe, and so on and so on. I mean, I'm not saying Hajia for is actually responsible.
Allegedly.
But that is my opinion. That's what
Okay.
I think. Allegedly. Let me also put that word, allegedly. I think that big fish came out from prison and other
Decided
fish.
that okay, so I'm not going to be the only one to go through
Yes,
what
we,
I've
we,
gone
we,
through.
we all have to go
Okay,
through.
okay.
And one thing I don't understand about these guys is that, see, you know what you guys are doing. You know you're into that business. Simple and short, you know.
Are they really?
They know what they are
Because
doing.
from all those who have been extradited so far, they really had legit businesses that they were doing. So you can't really, tell.
You actually have to use the legit business to wash away those kind of monies. You understand what I mean?
Well, we
Yeah.
do not know, guys.
I mean, that's the stories going
Yeah,
around.
we
That's
do
the
not
stories
know
going around.
if they are really, innocent or guilty. We are still yet to know about the outcome of these stories. So for now, we're just gonna follow, and then we are gonna give you
Yeah.
updates as and when they come.
Yep. But let me say this before. I don't understand why they keep on traveling when you know you are into such a business. You keep on traveling, your friends are traveling, they are being arrested, and you're also traveling. And people are traveling, they are arrested. People are traveling, they are arrested. And they keep on traveling. Hey, one chef akulo. If you keep on traveling, you'll be arrested. The more you keep on traveling, the more you'll be arrested. So what other story do we have from Ghana?
Okay, so for our final story, we have the World Cup and prophecies surrounding it. Okay, so
Asofudina football.
we have a well-known prophet and a man of God giving out some, funny prophecies concerning the World Cup. I'm saying funny because some of the utterances coming out from his mouth can actually put him in trouble. So I would refrain from, making such, when it comes to our local, issues and, make up prophecies and all of that. I'm not saying he's making them up though, but if, these prophecies come up, we can, contain them. But with a bigger platform like the World Cup, I feel like sometimes we should be able to manage the kind of statements that come out from our mouth.
Exactly.
Yeah. So he is saying that FIFA is in a negotiation to rig the trophy for
and
Portugal
and
because
hand it
of
over to
Cristiano,
Portugal because of
yeah,
Cristiano.
Cristiano Ronaldo. And
This man.
that is just
Who
trending
is that
everywhere.
prophet? Who is that prophet?
Okay, so he is Prophet Eric Boahin Uche. He is
Oh, Prophet Uche.
yeah, he
Okay.
is the general overseer for Rainhouse Chapel, and he is the one that made these very interesting claims
And,
concerning the World Cup.
and do you know these claims that he's just made? I don't know, but do you know when this story is being picked up by these international medias, he can actually be in big hot soup.
Yeah, and it's not only going to affect him alone, it's going to affect the entire country.
Yeah.
So yeah, we should really refrain from. But hey, if God has given you, please
No, no,
don't
no.
say you don't want to
To
talk
me,
about
no, no.
it.
I don't think God actually does anything when it comes to football. I mean, I don't think God does that. I don't think no, because why I'm saying this is because how can we be playing a game of football and let's say two teams coming from a Christian background and we all pray? So who is God actually going to make the winner of the tournament or the winner
Well,
of the
we
game?
really can't put God in a container.
No, no, no.
He, God, God
God and
is.
football is a no, no, no for me.
Well,
No,
well,
no, no.
well. We cannot really
See, all
tell.
that they are doing, that they are just predicting. They are just predicting for sporty bets and my bets and those kind of things. They should stop saying that it is God who is saying. God is not saying. God is not giving any scoreline. God is not going to say whoever is going to win the tournament. Man, these boys out there have actually trained and they have really gone through all the necessary trainings they have to go through. And they have come, and some are not good, some are good. So the ones who are good, they are going to win a tournament or they're going to win
Okay,
the matches.
fair
It
enough.
has
But
nothing to do with
then
God. So I am always
all we can
against
say
the
is
fact
that
that prophets are always prophesying when it comes to football. It is not prophecy. It is called prediction. They are just predicting.
well, all we can say is that all the best to Portugal. Right now, everybody in Ghana's eyes are on you people. So if you're able to win the World Cup, you vindicate our prophet.
And so in case they don't win the World Cup, then this is where Christianity becomes a laughing stock when it comes to the world.
Well,
Why
that is
are not
another way.
why don't we have imams and malams predicting or prophesying about football? Why don't we have malams or imams prophesying about politics? Why should it always be Christianity?
Because we have more room for these kind of things. There's free will in Christianity. So, well, like you said, it could be a prediction. It could be that God really revealed it to him. So we'll just have to
No,
wait
no, no,
and
no, no,
find
no, no.
out.
This is no revelation. This is just prediction. Pure prediction. What story again do we have?
Okay, so moving away from our local issues, we are delving a bit into international issues. So, recently, South African citizens have been demonstrating on their streets asking for foreigners and immigrants to come back into the country,
Why?
with their reason being that most of these foreigners actually provide jobs, which also generates revenue for the locals. So they have taken to the streets of South Africa to protest and to ask the foreigners to come back into their country to help stabilize the economy.
So basically, we have two protests in South Africa. We have one protest I mean, sacking the foreigners out of their
Out
country.
of the
And we have
country,
another
yes.
protest that is calling the foreigners to come back to their country.
Well,
I
I
mean,
would I would say that this is
a
a
funny
country, yeah, this is a very
This is a
funny
funny
country.
country.
This is a country that doesn't know what they want. They don't know if they want the locals out or they want they don't know if they want the foreigners out or they want the foreigners in. But I feel like we should listen to the citizens more because they are the ones on the ground and they are the ones that are actually feeling what is going
So if
on.
we are going to listen to the citizen more, now we have divided citizens. Which one are we going to listen to? We have part of the citizens calling for these foreigners to go back to their countries. We have another part of the citizens calling for the foreigners to come
To
back
come
into
back
their
into the
country.
country.
Hey, my friend, my fellow South Africans, why are you calling back people to come to your country? You were the same people who said Africans should go to their countries. Why? So why are they calling back? Why are you calling back the people to come?
Well, I think it's a bit hypocritical on their parts to be speaking up now because these things have been going on for quite some time. So why wait now to talk about it? But speaking about
It's crazy.
protests, South Africa had a match and it was
Yeah.
the whole of Africa against South Africa with African countries supporting for the first time,
The whole of Africa.
yes, supporting a foreign country against one of their very own. And it was very interesting all over social media, people changing their names, people putting on the Mexican local attire,
And
people
JCs, yeah.
representing, Africans representing Mexico. And I think that it really reached the heights where Mexican, officials and politicians even came out to express their gratitude and their surprise concerning the fact that Africa was supporting Mexico
So
against
my
South
question is,
Africa.
were they aware of the reasons these fellow Africans were actually supporting
Well,
Mexico?
I can't really tell, but I'm sure by now someone, has really briefed them on why we are actually, supporting foreign countries against our very own. And this is the very first time that something like this is happening.
Yeah, I mean, it sometimes do happen, but it's mostly the whole of Africa supporting an African team against a
Country.
fellow African
Yeah.
team. But this time around, it was the whole of Africa against South Africa.
Yeah.
And it all boils down to whatever they've been doing with African citizens who have
In
been
their
found
country,
in South
yeah.
Africa, which has actually caused for. If I don't actually remember, I only know about two countries, that is Ghana and Nigeria,
Yeah.
bringing back their citizens from South Africa. I think Ghana has done the second time bringing back the citizens, and I think Nigeria has also done it once.
Yeah.
So it was this story of Africans supporting Mexico. Do you know how I found out? I just woke up one day. I woke up on that very day. That was on the 11th of June. I woke
Yeah.
up and the first picture I saw on socials was Kojo Sheldon. So he was in this Mexican traditional wear, and I was like, "Whoa, what is happening?" You see, is Kojo Sheldon already in Mexico?
No.
So I
he's not in
didn't actually
Mexico.
know what was going on. Then until I saw a couple of guys from where I was living, my friends, I saw most of them in that attire. And I was always asking myself, why did these guys all travel to Mexico? Or what?
No.
Then I realized it was actually a trend going on.
Yeah.
And hey, I tried one myself. I put on socials out there, especially on Facebook, and hey, it was giving the numbers. It was crazy. You could see a lot of people talking about it. See, there is this girl in UK, a white girl. I think she's a Liverpool supporter, and she put a post out there, and she was actually condemning the fact that many Africans were against South Africa.
Okay,
So the
so,
first question
I
myself
would
was like, probably she didn't know
what
what
was
the
going
problem.
on. Yeah. But on a less popular take from myself, because I was telling a few other people that no matter what happens, blood will always be thicker than water. Yeah. Notwithstanding or not regarding the fact that they've been attacking the local foreigners in
Yeah.
their country, they are still Africans. So my unpopular opinion is that we can just forget about the feud that is going, because I think that a few players also came out to express their disappointment with us, support, giving Mexico our full support. I think the South African goalkeeper came out to express his disappointment. Other, South African football enthusiasts also came out speaking against what was going on. And so I would say that we should just, let bygones be bygones. But hey, people are saying that if South Africa is even playing alone, they are going to support the stadium. That is their opinion. So, we'll just see what is going to happen in their next match coming up. And that is supposed to be against Korea.
Korea. So talking about the next match against Korea, hey guys, South Africans. I mean, we are all one Africa, right? We are all one Africa. And just like Annie said, we should let bygones be bygones. We try as much as possible. I mean, I am speaking for myself. She spoke for herself. We can't speak for the entire nation of Ghana. We can't speak for the entire continent of Africa. So my honest opinion is we are going to try as much as possible to let bygones be bygones. But let me tell you one thing. Until the end of this tournament, whoever you're going to play against, we are going to support that team. We are supporting Korea. We are supporting what's the next country?
I'm yet to check.
Czech Republic. It's Czech Republic. So we are supporting Korea and we are supporting Czech Republic. And we are going to be in our Korea traditional attire and our Korean jerseys. We are going to be in our Czech attire and our Czech jerseys. See, I'm even my Korean attire and my Korean traditional wear is actually ready for the game against South Africa.
That's
And we are
that's
going,
extreme.
we are going all out. No,
He's speaking on his
no, we
behalf.
are going all out against
He's
South
speaking
Africa.
on his behalf. I am a proud African at heart.
No,
So-
I am also.
Yes,
I am also.
well,
But
he's
until
speaking-
the
he's
tournament
speaking
is
on
over,
his behalf.
until the tournament is over, I know many of us are going to be against South Africa.
Well, some of us are still proud Africans, but hey, in the next game against Korea, please, my new Korean name, I'm gonna tell you right after before the end of this session. I'm gonna tell you my name in Korean. I'm not saying I'm not gonna support South Africa, but hey, like I said, we should let bygones be bygones. But I have to support where I want to support. So that will be it for. That would be it for
the game against Mexico. My name was actually Don Geraldo. So
Wow.
I'm actually going to tell you the name for Korea. I have my, like I said, I have my traditional wear ready. I'll put it on the screen for you guys to see, and I also attach it with my Korean name. The Korean name there for now I cannot mention unless those Ghanaians that have been watching a lot of Korean series, they'll be able to mention. But for me, I will not be able to mention it. So I mean, moving from South Africa, what is the next story in the FIFA World Cup?
Okay, so one of our very own, well, Ghana, we have our first match to play coming Wednesday.
Yeah.
And one of our very own, who is supposed to play a very vital role in our game, has been denied entry into the Canadian country. He has been denied a visa.
No, it's not actually a visa. So I mean, let me correct this. You can actually be granted a visa, right? You can have a visa to go into someone's country. But the fact that you have the visa doesn't mean
Guarantee that you can enter the country.
So
Okay.
I always say the most important thing is the port of entry. That is when you get to the airport of that particular country. That is where you're going to have the next interview of your visa. So Thomas Partey
has been denied entry into Canada. So with our upcoming game, we are still hoping. Well, there's something interesting going on, and I think we should commend our ministries. That's our sports ministry and our foreign affairs ministry, because they are doing a very great job.
I mean, for the foreign ministry, man, kudos to those guys.
Yeah,
the guys,
yeah.
the
They are really
minister
doing well.
See, for a very long time, I didn't actually know the role of a foreign minister. I knew the role of a foreign minister was only to go out there and engage into foreign policies. And but
this time around, Samuel
Okudzeto has actually made me understand the real responsibility or the real role of a foreign minister.
Yeah.
And
kudos to them.
Honorable.
We salute you
Salute you.
for the good work that they are doing. So they are in talks with the Canadian diplomacy to, allow him entry into the country for our upcoming game, because he, like I said, he's playing a very vital role in our lineup, and we need him there. So they are, talking to them to allow him into the country. And one interesting thing is, why are they denying him entry into the country?
Yes,
that is something we have to find out, because I know that until someone is proven guilty for a crime, the person is innocent. So for you to deny someone entry into your country over alleged issues doesn't really sit well with me.
With me, I think with the foreign policies is normally guilty until proven innocent. Unlike Ghana, that is innocent until proven guilty. I think one of their policy is that guilty until proven innocent. Man.
Well, he can't prove his innocence now until next year.
So one thing I also don't understand about FIFA is that, football is supposed to bring all of us together. And we know these countries and their immigration rules. So one thing I don't actually understand is the fact that we know all of this, but yet still we handed the World Cup
over to
them.
These countries to host. Yes.
See, for me, I knew a lot of these things will happen.
Okay.
I knew FIFA had banned so many countries from. Sorry. I knew US had actually banned so many countries from entering. I was always wondering how Iran was going to go into this World Cup. And the funny story about Iran, they are saying Iran actually is being situated. They've positioned Iran in Mexico, and Iran would have to fly in every time, come and play their matches in the US.
But
and go back.
Why are they allowing them to fly there? Are they not citizens of Iran? I
But I
mean,
mean,
the
these
players.
are actually players. So I mean, the assumption is that they've gone through all the necessary security checks and everything. But
So did the referee
they've actually denied their citizens from
from.
or their supporters from coming to the
Well, that
US of
is
A.
going. That is really going to have an
But
effect
with the
on them.
referee, America actually also issued a communique telling us that the referee of the from Somalia
Yeah.
is actually actually has some involvement or is involved in some terrorist organization programs.
So is there proof of that? Because that would, I feel like that is bias. That is
Amen.
like totally biased. If it feels like they are just sidelining certain countries and certain people, because this is just one person. He going to officiate a match is not for me, to me, he's not, it's not really gonna, cause any harm. It's not gonna cause any issues to anyone in the country. What is one man? Yeah, one man can do a lot.
Man, one man
But
can. It only takes a man to bomb the whole thing.
yeah, one man can do a lot. But I feel like with the level of security that USA has, well, it didn't happen. So, but
Yeah.
one good side to this is I'm told that he's still going to be paid his
Yes. Yeah.
fee.
He's still going to
So,
be paid his fee
yeah.
until the end
So,
of the whole tournament.
well,
And another good news is that UEFA also actually issued a communique saying that, hey, you know what, you are the best referee in Africa from Somalia. We don't care about whatever
it's
United
going
States of
on.
America
Okay.
is saying onto you. We don't care about whatever FIFA is not doing to help you. But we, as a football body, European football body, we have given you this opportunity to come into the upcoming Super League that will be played between PSG of France and Aston Villa of England. So he has been given a job to officiate this big match. But see,
Well,
if this referee had actually gone to this World Cup, it would have been something that would actually make African proud.
yeah,
And
very
that was
proud.
what he actually wanted to do.
And
And
I
it was
believe
going
I
to
believe
be a
that
history created.
the host of this year's World Cup are actually doing more dividing than
Than bringing
bringing
people
us
together.
together.
For
Yeah.
me, like I said, I knew some of these things are going to happen. I mean, USA is USA. No, I mean, no doubt about that. US is US, and when they say yes, it's a yes. When they say no, it's a no. That is why FIFA is not actually trying to involve itself so much into some of these issues by bringing out communiques and saying we refrain ourselves from some of these topics and we can't do anything to their decisions.
Well, I
This
think I
World Cup
think
has a whole
I
lot
yeah,
going
I
on.
believe
See, you
that
go
I
to
believe that
England, they say at the training grounds of England, some of their training equipment was stolen. See, there are going to be
a
more
lot,
stories going to come.
yeah,
More
yeah.
stories are
But
going
I,
to come out
I I
from this
think
World
I
Cup.
think
Trust
that
me.
I think that FIFA as a body should try and do better, because some of these things were already put into place before the decision of hosting the World Cup was given to some of these
Yeah.
countries. So I think they as a body should be able to do better to, curb some of these things. Because like you said, the World Cup is supposed to bring different countries together and not actually divide them. So I believe they should do better. And diving more into the world of football, something happened during the opening match for Japan and the Dutch community.
Okay.
So after the match, the Japanese fans were seen cleaning up the stadium, not only their side also, but the side of their opposing team. And a lot of people are commending them. When you go to social media, lots of
Yeah.
people are commending them for what they did at, the stadium after their match. And I think that it is something, it's a culture that we can all pick up,
Yeah.
because even looking locally here, after a football match, Charlie, Uko Stadium, it is not at all. I mean, it's someone's job, but we can also try, and help out. So it's a culture that I think that we can pick up. We should really learn. So kudos to
I mean,
the
kudos to the
Japanese
Japanese
fans.
national
Yeah,
team and the fans, the whole Japanese community. I think this is not the first time they're actually
they
doing that.
okay,
It's
okay.
something that
They've been doing.
they've been doing
Oh,
for
okay.
quite some time now. And just like you said, some of us should also pick up some of these things, not just in our stadiums, but in our communities, in our countries, in our cities, and in our environment that we find ourselves. Because they always say cleanliness is
It's
next
next
to
to God.
godliness.
Charlie Ghana for one tell you more kodo akra no. Some of these things could have, helped us to prevent it. So,
There was
you know,
another interesting thing. I wouldn't say a story, but there was another interesting thing that I saw that was yesterday. after a football game between the German national team and the Curacao, that tiny island in I don't know I don't know where it is. I think somewhere in the Central America or so. Curacao. I mean, the whole headlines about the scoreline, that is the 7-1 that the German national team actually trashed them. But the
You know,
story
when
I
you
picked up from that game was after the match.
okay,
Do you know what happened after the match?
what
You
happened?
could see a group of the cool. I mean, excuse me if I don't mention your name right.
Yeah.
Curacao national team and a bit of the German national team. They came up together and they prayed.
Yeah, to pray. Yes, that's also trending. That's also
It
trending.
was very
And I
nice
think
gesture.
one of the German players that actually joined them to pray said that it was just a match that with the banter and everything, but after the match they all serve one God.
Yeah.
So like we were saying earlier, the World Cup actually brings us together. So I was saying, FIFA really, really, really has a lot of work to do, because if they are planning on letting some countries host, the World Cup, then it shouldn't really affect us like broadly like that,
Yeah.
because we are all coming there to watch the matches, to have fun and all of that. So if they are saying we cannot enter our country, we cannot enter their country and all of that, it doesn't really speak well of us.
And I
So
believe if other countries, or if we had a different country hosting this tournament and they did what these countries are actually doing, I think FIFA would have gone all out to sanction
Yeah.
and ban them and do all sort of things. But like I said, hey, America is America.
well,
Nothing can be done until the end of the tournament. But this tournament, hey, is one of the craziest and one of the expensive tournaments, because it's been hosted by three
countries,
three
yeah.
countries.
Flying
And flying in and
teams
out.
Yeah.
It was actually good.
A lot has been put
It was actually
in.
good cultural Compass. We never went to this World Cup because. So I mean, Annabelle, do you have any more stories? If no, let's call
Well,
it.
the only thing that I
Okay.
would add is in the world of entertainment,
Oh,
there's
okay.
been a new release
Hey,
by
we can.
two of our biggest artists in the country, Shatta Wale and Sarkodie, came together to give us, a very big banger. So it would do us all, a big, 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 big push for them to go check out the song that has been released.
But
And
talking about that song, do you know some? There was something I saw on the socials. I think I saw it on X and I saw it on Facebook as well.
Okay.
It was actually coming from from Bull. He said he's no more Bulldog. It's what?
Bull God.
Bull God.
Yeah.
Coming from Bull God, who was actually saying the music.
Well, that is forgetting about the fact that he's an entertainment pundit.
Yeah.
That is one man's opinion. I would listen to the song and I might like it. You would listen to it and you might not like it, but hey, just go support our artists. That's all they need from us. Just go listen to the song and just support them. Just make sure that their charts, they just blow off the charts. And I think that KSS has actually done a breakdown on it. And you know how Kojo Sheldon does his breakdown. So I think that listening to that particular one before you listen to the song might help. And well, they've done a new one for us. And these two coming together is not really something that happens often. So just check the song out. I'm sure you like it.
Okay, so before we bring the show to an end, talking about this entertainment thing, and you are saying a song has been released by Sarkodie and Shatta Wale. So talking about these two big artists in the country, where do you belong, Shatta Wale or Sarkodie?
Shatta Wale or Sarkodie? Please, I beg. I'm a Ghanaian. I listen to all the artists. I beg you. I'm a Ghanaian.
No, I mean, just choose one: Sark Nation or Sark Native, and.
Well, to be
Shatta
honest,
Movement.
I actually listen to Sark a lot
Yeah.
as compared to Shatta Wale. But maybe this would push me to listen to Shatta's songs more. And he's got some really great songs that I actually listen to that I like. But yeah, between the two, I would say that I listen to Sarkodie more than Shatta Wale. Yeah.
More. I mean, viewers, for me, I'm a big Sark Shatta Movement, and that's me, both of them. So like I always tell you guys, this is a maiden edition, and we promise to bring you more every Monday. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel on Facebook, on YouTube, and on TikTok, Cultural Kompass. We out.